Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer, and today I'll be reviewing the American guinea pig bouquet of guts and gore. Now I know this theme week was meant to be splatter films, and I was going to be doing Cannibal Messiah, the German splatter film, but I completely ran out of time and I actually watched this early in the week, and so I was thinking, yeah, it's not splatter, but it's got plenty of gore in it. Oh, actually, being on YouTube, probably shouldn't show the back of this. But anyway, this is a... when did this come out? I'm not even sure. Oh, well, this is a great start to the review. I think it's around 2013, maybe? Oh, here we go, 2014, yeah. And this is written and directed by Stephen Biro. He's the guy, amongst many things, he's the, I believe, the CEO of Unearthed Films, and I think this was his directorial debut, and his second film was released like a couple of months ago, and that was The Song of Solomon, which is probably my favourite exorcism film after the original Exorcist. Highly recommend that film, very good. But this review is the Bouquet of Guts and Gore. So this is a kind of reimagining, maybe? Yeah, I'll go with reimagining. Ugh. Early Monday morning. Sorry, I can't speak. Of the Japanese, the mid-80s guinea pig series, and it's the one, the fairly infamous one where I believe it was, the story, I don't know if it's true, if it's one of those made up stories, but it's the one where Charlie Sheen believed he was watching a real snuff film and he reported it to the authorities, but obviously it was one of the guinea pig films. I think it's the third in the series. Anyway, this one, so you have these two women, we find out they've been followed. They've been watched for a while. They've been selected, so they're abducted, and they're gassed in their car, and then they're taken to this basically torture chamber. I will say, yeah, I'd say torture chamber, and they're woken up. Well, they start to wake up, or they're waking up, sorry, I can't remember, and they are given an injection. So I can't remember what the injection is called now, and that it's I think it takes away the pain, it numbs their body and they can't move, and then they also given large amounts of LSD to keep them calm. And then there's the executioner, who is being directed by one of the guys who is filming him. Then there's one or two other guys with cameras. But anyway, the executioner, he explains that they've been chosen and they're going to be systematically tortured and killed for some benefactor or something. I can't remember now, I'm sorry. And the film is basically then being mutilated. Yeah, they are systematically, one is cut up almost into pieces, and the other one is kind of opened up, peeled and opened. It's the budget for this thing, I don't imagine, was very big, but the gore is fantastic. Yeah, it looks... I haven't seen anyone in real life like cut up or skinned and opened, but it's looked very realistic to me. And although that's the bulk of the film, it's pretty much just that. And of course you are just taken in by the gore, and that's what you're watching. But what small amount of like story there is, it's kind of a little bit interesting. Like the kind of the director is like this camera guy. They've obviously hired this guy, or they've asked this guy to do to do the sacrificing, the killing, the torturing and killing. And he's like, always start on the left, always start on the left. He's getting a bit pissed off with this executioner and just keeps forgetting stuff. But it's pretty good. Yeah, it's incredibly graphic. Yeah, it's this is not one for the faint-hearted. If you don't like any gory horror film, you're squeamish or anything, really do not watch this one, because this is one. It's got to be the most graphic horror film I've seen, because the film is just pretty much start to end mutilation. I mean, look at the cover. The cover is a very good illustration of what the film is. It's not misleading at all, like a lot of covers can be. That is what, if that's what you're expecting, that is what you're going to get. Not having a medical background, I don't know how realistic it kind of is, this film. I don't know if anyone was consulted from the medical world, if they wanted it to be super realistic, but it feels it. What they do to keep the people going, and how they decide to systematically cut them up. Oh yeah, the levels of brutality in this are awful. Entertainingly awful. Yeah, I don't know if it's that they could survive as long as they do in this. This isn't really a spoiler, but both die. Yeah, but both of the victims die. But yeah, there's not really too much else I'm going to say about this. Highly entertaining film, and I highly recommend it if you're into your body gore films. But anyway, this is the end of my review. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you next week. Goodbye.